My sister's husband died, and now my parents are pressuring me to give her a baby so she doesn't leave the family. After my brother-in-law Mark's funeral, our house felt wrong. His chair at the table was empty, his coffee mug still in the sink. My sister Emma sat between my parents, staring at her untouched food while they talked around her as if she weren't there. "She's too young to be alone," my mother said, patting Emma's hand like she was a fragile ornament. "And no children. It's such a tragedy for the family line." My dad sighed heavily. "Our name dies with you two if there are no grandkids. We thought Mark would take care of that." Mark had been dead for 6 days, and they were already talking about his failure to leave them a grandchild. Later, I went to make tea. My parents followed me into the kitchen and closed the door behind them. The way they looked at me made my stomach tighten. Mom started with a soft voice. "You know Emma adores you. You two always shared everything." Dad folded his arms. "You're the only option that keeps things in the family." I laughed, thinking it was some clumsy joke. "What does that even mean?" Mom didn't laugh. "We want to help Emma have a baby," she said. "Your baby. With her." I felt the room tilt. "You can't be serious." Dad spoke like he was explaining a business deal. "There are clinics, doctors. It doesn't have to be awkward. Just a donation. This way, she gets to be a mother, and the baby is still our grandchild, fully." I muttered that it was wrong, that Emma should decide her own life, that grief therapy made more sense than forced motherhood. They looked offended. Mom's eyes filled with tears. "We sacrificed everything for you two. We deserve to see our family continue. Do you want your sister to end up lonely? Do you want your parents to die with no grandchildren?" The guilt was a weight on my chest. I left the room shaking. Later that night, I sat with Emma in her old bedroom, now piled with sympathy cards. I told her what Mom and Dad had said, expecting her to be horrified. Instead, she looked exhausted. "They've been talking to me about it since the day after the funeral," she whispered. "They say Mark would have wanted this. They say if I love them, I'll at least consider it." "Do you want it?" I asked. She didn't answer. She just stared at her hands. The next morning, I went looking for my keys and opened the hall drawer. Instead, I found a sealed envelope with my name on it and a clinic logo in the corner. Inside was an appointment confirmation. They had booked a fertility consultation, with me listed as the donor.